everybody, Nancy Harner with the Jim Allen Group, HPW. Welcome back to our ongoing Blue Chair series, Getting Real with Realtors. And today in the blue chair, we have experienced real estate agent Matt Little. And Matt and I are sitting in Northridge at 7621 Wingfoot. Beautiful, beautiful house. Matt, thank you so much for talking to us today. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I really like to start every interview by saying, how did you get into this crazy business and where did you start?
Well, I've been a licensed broker since 2019, but I grew up in the business. So father was a great, accomplished general broker. Okay. So as a single dad, he would always bring me out to his showings and his listings. So I remember 5 and 6 years old walking buyers and sellers through properties,
I love it.
Giving pointers and acting like I've been in the business 100 years.
What a great story.
Absolutely.
Well, where did you grow up? Here in this area?
Partially. So You can't tell from the southern drawl, but I'm a dual citizen. So I grew up half here and half in the UK. I kind of jumped across the pond.
That's fabulous. I love that.
Absolutely.
I've been trying to pick up your accent, so that's okay. All right.
The Raleigh cuts through. The London, not so much.
Okay.
Not so much.
All right.
Yeah.
So you grew up both places. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So if you were not in this business, if you were not doing real estate, where do you see yourself? What do you think you would be doing?
Well, I've always really had a passion for real estate in some form or fashion. If I wasn't a general broker, which my skills really is in the gift of the gab and negotiation, but if I could go back and do it again, I do think I would look into architecture. Some of the partners we have with our new construction, I'm just blown away with what they do with house plans. And there's a certain satisfaction in building something from scratch, right?
Right.
So something in architecture or possibly in building in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's creative too. It can be very much about the nuts and bolts, but it can also be very creative.
Absolutely.
If you had a problem to solve, like what I'm thinking about is, can you remember a time that you solved a really difficult problem and you were so good at it you surprised yourself?
Well, I will say in this business, it's all about overcoming objections and obstacles so your clients can win. I remember the first deal I ever did was a double-wide trailer out in Castalia, North Carolina, with a $1,600 paycheck, which was life-changing at the end of the deal. But the family was absolutely their first home. They were starting their family, and this was it for them. But we ran into probably every obstacle you could run into.
Right.
One of them being they had to have vapor barrier under this home. Now, how do you force a seller that has no money to spend money on their property, or a buyer to come out of their pocket when they need to close?
Yeah.
So I, in August heat, crawled under this home and actually installed 1,800 square feet of vapor barrier in the middle of August
to get
this thing to close. So
you did.
I did, and that's going to go on my Hall of Fame. Not that I'm going to recreate it for other buyers and sellers in the future, I will say.
No, I love that.
Absolutely.
That is a great story. Okay. Bucket list for 2025. What's on it?
Ooh, there's many items on my list, but if I'm really cherry picking what I'd like to do, going back across the pond. So hopefully in summer, I'll go back, see the family, tour the island.
So relatives still there?
Absolutely, most of them actually.
Okay.
So hopefully going to go there in summer and kind of tour my island, go to the mainland, have some fun, and kind of reconnect would be a good thing.
I'm jealous. So. That sounds wonderful.
Well, you can come with me. I got room.
Let me go home and get my phone.
Absolutely.
Okay, last question. The coast or the mountains? Which? And tell me why.
No hesitation, the mountains. Certainly.
No, really?
Oh, yes. There's something about, I don't know, the clean, fresh air, the hiking trails, connecting to nature. It's always been near and dear to me.
Okay.
Now, I do like the beach, don't get me wrong. But for me, a day or two is all I need. I could stay in the mountains for months.
Really?
Absolutely.
Opposite coast.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the beach for me.
Makes sense.
That's great, though. And I know people who really find a certain something in the mountains that speaks to them.
Yeah.
So that's great. Thank you everybody for joining us today. We appreciate your being here and listening to Matt Little and me. We are in this gorgeous home. We really enjoyed being able to film today on the 8th hole of the North Ridge golf course. So you have to come out to 7621 Wingfoot and take a look at this beautiful property. And when you're here, be sure to look at the gorgeous outdoor space. Thank you everybody. Nancy Harner with the Jim Allen Group and Matt Little with the Jim Allen Group. Thanks everybody. We appreciate it.